As a kid, I got taught by the world around me that if you ask for help, you are weak. You are lesser than someone else that doesn't need help. And so when I was in school and I was struggling with dyslexia, and the fact of the matter was, I was a lot slower than a lot of kids. They could jot things down faster, they could learn a little faster. I couldn't do that. I was of a lesser intelligence to them, and that's how I saw it. For most of my school life, that's how I saw it. I wasn't as smart as the kids that could do it faster. And so in school, we'd get together with my teacher, my one-to-one teacher, my mother, and then we'd have this meeting. And they would always ask me, how can we help you? What can we do? And it was always the last thing on my mind, because first of all, asking for help was a struggle, because in my head it was weak. And then on top of that, I never knew what would help me. I had no clue, because I didn't really even know what my problem was. I can tell you now that I was just slow, but it really, even that wasn't really the problem. And so even if I could ask for help, I wouldn't even know what to ask for. Now, this not asking for help didn't just, it wasn't just in my school life, but it was actually in my personal life. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. I never asked for help. No matter what, I would never ask for help. It would have to come down to the worst possible outcome for me to then ask. And even then, sometimes I didn't. It was so hard. Recently, I've been able to accept help for a few different areas of my life. It's still hard, but I've asked and I'm receiving help in different ways, and it makes me so happy, but it also makes me feel like I've shot myself in the foot for so many years, because I used to think that it was a weak thing to do, but actually it isn't. It is such a smart thing to do, to ask for help. You cannot be good at everything, right? But you can have a team that is good at everything, The reason why humans are social creatures is because that's where we excel, by helping each other out, showing different ways, thinking differently, doing things differently. That is the reason why we are as advanced as we are. If we didn't get along, which we sometimes don't, but could you imagine that all the time? Could you imagine wars after war, just constantly, like everyone fighting, no matter who it is, your neighbour? We would never get anywhere, right? We would never get anywhere. And that's how I felt for most of my life, that I just didn't need help and I could do it on my own in every aspect of life. I'm here to tell you that is silly. Don't think like that. All it will do will crush you over time, because no matter how strong you are in a certain subject or strong you are in life, you're resilient, you're smart, you're this, you're that, at one point life will bring you to your knees, and I promise you that. And you're gonna need help from someone outside of your own brain. You're gonna need help, right? No matter what it is. So if you think you can go along life doing this thing by yourself, yeah, you can. But there will be a point that you won't be able to. And what I would say is start asking for things now, so that when you come to that point of life where it's really difficult, you don't struggle to ask for help. You'll get up way quicker. You'll get up way quicker. Yeah, asking for help doesn't make you weak. And I think the sooner that you realise that everyone needs help at one point in time in certain aspects of life, you will feel a lot better, right? It's like a drug addict going to an AA meeting and they start to realise that they're not the only one, and it makes you feel easy. It makes you go, okay, I'm not the only mess up here. And it's the same thing, when you're asking for help. You're not the only one that needs help. It's a common thing. Humans do it all the time. And it's okay to ask for help. And you know what? It'll benefit you in a way. And it won't just benefit you, but it'll benefit people around you, because you'll be doing better for asking for help, which will make people that you love happier, that seeing you do better. It's not, always about you. I think that's a good little lesson as well. It's not always about you. It's also about, even though it may be affecting you, what affects you also affects people that you love. When you're doing better, they feel happier. When you're doing bad, they feel sad, right? It's, not always about you. And I think one of my friends was saying to me something similar like this, where I was talking about myself and I was saying, "Don't worry, I've got this." And he says, "Cam, it's not about you. It's also about the people around you, how you do in life, and how your emotions are, and what you're doing affects other people around you, the people that you love, right? So if you need to ask for help, just do it. It's very important. If I could go talk to 10-year-old me, I would try to identify what I needed help with, and I would tell him, and then I'll tell him to ask for those things, because I believe that if I had asked for help and I had identified what I needed help with, which would come with asking help, I probably would have been a lot better place after school when it come to being intellectual. Luckily for me, I got other skills that allow me to live life fairly nice. But not everyone gets that, and I understand that I just got very lucky. And actually, me not asking for help in school could have very much made my life a living hell if I wasn't just lucky with other things. So yeah, ask for help. I'm going to say it a million times over. Don't worry about your pride. Don't worry about your pride. Don't worry about what people will think. And especially, don't think about the person you're asking, when you're asking them for help, that they judge you any differently or think of any differently. They're probably very happy that you've asked. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.